So, we're back. Well, I'm back anyway. Surprise is still in France, so solo this time. In any case, Sly 3 actually has four multiplayer games that you can play. The first one is Cops and Robbers, where Sly tries to steal stuff and Carmelita tries to kill Sly before Sly can steal all the stuff. I'm playing here with my sister because I didn't have anyone else to play with. But in any case, basically what you have to do is that Sly has to collect a bunch of treasures that are spawned around the map. You can see where the blue arrows are leading, and then you have to go up and put one of the treasures on the one of the markers, Sly markers. It's always very pointed. Point now, so it's pretty easy to find them all. So it's not even hard, honestly. What Carmelita has to do is she has to shoot Sly. As you can see, the shots do a pretty big amount of damage. So, yeah, it's easy to kill Sly. First one to 5, I believe. It was the time since I recorded this. Yeah, first one to 5 points win. As you can see, there are always arrows pointing towards the other players. So the opponent player, so it's pretty easy, and yeah. So you should probably never lose track of the players, is what I'm saying. With that said, there's, as you probably tell by now, there's a bunch of stars laid around the map with a bunch of power-ups in them. For Sly and Carmelita actually get different power-ups. So for Sly, you get a shield, you get the rocket boots, you get the smoke bomb, which, as you saw, Carmelita stops and cuffs, which makes it objectively the best power-up in the game. And you also get the Mega Jump. Actually, both Sly and Carmelita get Mega Jump. In any case, Carmelita also gets the Heat Seeker, the Hypnotize, which reverses controls and also puts a hypnotic-like effect on the screen for Sly. And also get Teleport, which instantly teleports Carmelita to Sly. Yeah. In any case, I feel like Sly has the advantage in this. I mean, sure, you can see where the player is always going to be, but, I mean, fair enough. I was being nice, because my sister usually doesn't really play games. But the smoke bomb is really, as long as you get a smoke bomb, you get about 3-4 charges with the smoke bomb. You just throw them wherever you want, and you'll never really be caught. It's pretty simple. Other than that, the controls are just the same as they were in when you place them normally in the game. Oh, and also, by the way, I almost forgot. Sly can actually gets points by killing Carmelita. So, yeah, it's a bit silly. Also, that was apparently the teleport, which, yeah, as you can see, Sly also gets points by killing Carmelita. So he has two ways to get points, and therefore I feel like Sly is the easier one. So yeah, it's a bit silly. The second one is the Hackathon. Well, second one is technically biplane duel, but it's Hackathon here because it's easy to show off. Basically, you are playing the hacking minigame, but with 2 players. It's the only cooperative game, and you have to get through. You have to get through a bunch of hacking levels, about 10, I believe. Maybe there was more. I don't remember exactly how many levels there were. Basically, so as you can see the number up there, that's how many lives you share. So you share 20 lives with each other. And yeah, also note that it's sharing, so yeah, it's a bit mean in that way. There are also power-ups in this one. You have the normal double to triple shooter, which upgrades your turret. You have the shields. You have, as you saw there, you had a laser that connects the players, which you can then kill the enemies with the lasers. You have arrows surrounding the players, and apparently if one shoots the other, it will create a kill wave, which I don't really understand because I never saw it in the game. But oh yeah, it's this one. If you shoot the other player with this one, you will kill it. Yeah, there is about. Oh, look at it, like. There's about 6-7 levels. I don't remember exactly how many there were. In any case, There are two more power-ups. It's a screen nuke, and the last one spawns a turret on the other player's avatar, so you can shoot. So, for example, if a green player, if Bentley gets that power-up, he'll spawn a green turret next to Penelope, or well, Sly in this case. Apparently, it's supposed to be Penelope, but whatever. And then it spawns a green turret on the other player, and then you can place there. As you can see, the easiest way to deal, at least with the first stages, is just to stand in one corner and just shoot at anything that moves. It's not foolproof, however, because after a while they start spawning turret enemies, which obviously will shoot at you, so you have to actually start moving. Yeah. Yeah, there's that power-up, which spawns. It's a bit weird. The powers are kind of weird. Outside of the shield and the screen nuke and the basic shmup power-ups, these are honestly kind of, well, the other powers are kind of weird, honestly. But yeah, other than that, it's just a hacking minigame, and it's easiest to just sit in one corner, which is really really boring. But yeah, other than that, it's not really much different. I mean, you get more points by moving around and by collecting power-ups. Who cares? And yeah, that's the double turret power-up in action. It's also kind of silly because when you collect the double shooter, you'd think that it'd be better, but it's really not if you're doing the stand in one corner tactic, which you probably should do at least for the first levels. But then again, if you do the camping trick, then you really won't be collecting power-ups anyway. As you can see, yeah, at that point, they started spawning these orange assholes which have turrets and which just kills us. It's honestly, this minigame is actually pretty hard. If you get to the end, you'll meet a boss, kind of like the General Tsao boss back in China. And I mean, yeah, it's not really interesting. That's why you just get to this point, which doesn't even really have any corners to sit in, so you actually have to start moving, and it just kills us. So we don't finish this, sadly, and we don't care to finish it because it was hard. So yeah, as you can see though, the shield can actually kill the turrets. That is a very good way to just kill enemies. Yeah, oh yeah, I guess you did actually see me shooting the other player, creating a little wave. Not really any point of it though. We get a new high score. Hurrah. Who cares? For some reason you also get points for getting first into the gate, which I don't really see the point of. It's supposed to be cooperative. But I digress. Hackathon failed. Yeah, I don't care. The third minigame is the Pipeline Duo. It's the Pipeline minigame from before, except it's just one-on-one. It's Sly versus Carmelita again. Just like before, you have ammunition on the biplanes, so you actually still have to pick up the ammunitions from under the bridges. You also have these, once again, you also have power-ups. There are a lot of power-ups. There's the shield, there's the napalm, which leaves a trail of fire behind the player that uses it. And if you drive into it, you kind of lose control and you take a lot of damage, so don't run into the napalm, obviously. There is the mine, which places 4 mines that are magnetized. They will go to the player, and you can also run into them yourself and to die if you want to, as you've noticed me doing. There's the heat seeker, which you get 2 missiles that seeks out the enemy, obviously. There is the nuke, which is a lock-on missile that, when hits, insta kills the other player. I mean, there's scatter, which is also a missile type weapon that when you fire it, the hit player kind of loses control. There is also, finally there's also the override, where you are shot and you lose control when you're hit by it. It's also a missile type that locks on. It's first to 10 kills, and yeah, it's kind of silly because well, the shield isn't really at all that useful, as you can see, because it kind of doesn't take enough damage and whatnot. But otherwise, this game is kind of fun. I mean, yeah, as you can see once again, because I'm playing the PS3 version, the HD re-release, the lock-on is completely fucked up. But yeah, Other than that, it's a biplane minigame. It's first to 10 wins, and it kind of goes on for a while if both the players are good at it, which accidentally both me and my sister actually learned pretty quickly about it. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
And by accidentally, I mean, you know, that's good, I guess. Also, Dimitri is a commentator on these, but you won't probably hear him. The last minigame for Slide 3, at least, is the Galleon Duo. It's the ship minigame. And it's just a ship minigame. There are no pickups, no nothing. Just shoot each other to bits. It's the first to one, I believe, which is the only one we don't have to kill. Oh, okay, never mind. It's actually first of 3. Oops. Well, first 2, 3. You're also just randomly these jollies. It's just, well, jollies, or maybe whatever. This is randomly small boats that just are out in the sea, and you can shoot them and you can destroy them, but they won't do any point. The trick to the biplane duo is just like before. Not really any point. Nothing anything different, anyway. Sorry. But yeah, those were the multiplayer games of Slide 3. Kind of a letdown. So let's go into the Slide collection instead. As I've mentioned before, this is the HD... As I just mentioned, actually. This is the HD re-release, which comes with all the 3 games bundled. And a little more, actually. You can see that there's that question mark that you unlock after clearing all the games and also all of these minigames. Yes, there are even more. There are 4 minigames, which all uses the PlayStation Move controller, or just a regular controller if you don't want to pay for the Move controller, which why would you? You can play as Sly, Murray, Bentley, and Carmelita, and they don't really have any difference. Yep. But yeah, you all the 4 minigames. Also, here's the loading screen. By the way, it's a lovely loading screen. It's very simple, and it takes a fuck ton of time to go between each minigame. So, not really optimized. But I digress. As you can see here, you control a player of your color. This first one, I forgot what it's called. I think it was Murray's Slice Treasure Hunt? Oh, whatever. Basically, how it works is that you're playing against your they're playing against each other, trying to pull at these coins. You have about 1 minute to play. It's a pretty quick minigame. There are these stars that sometimes come down, and you can get 1,000 points for hitting them. Otherwise, you get 100 points for each. I think it is, at least. No, it's 250. Never mind. It's a weird number. Yeah, you get 250 for pulling one of these, and if you're playing this with a Move controller, instead of pulling, what you have to do is that you have to pull the controller upwards towards you. If you're doing it with the Move controller, I guess you have to just pull it towards you simply. But who knows? Again, I didn't buy a Move controller just to play this game because that seems completely stupid. And there's also a bonus, I guess. Oh, whatever. So yeah, that was a bit boring, I guess. So let's play Murray's minigame instead. You see you have to unlock all these? I don't remember how you have to do it. Oh well. This is a shooting gallery, in any case. You have to shoot the Contessa. And also Clockwork when he pops up. You don't get... Shooting the Guru means that you lose points, I think. See if we do it again. In any case, yeah, I just have to shoot calmly. I just have to shoot the Contessa and avoid the Guru. They weren't even in the same game. It's so weird. Oh well. But yeah, again, it's just a shooting minigame. Oh yeah, I think that's what happens actually. If you accidentally shoot Guru, you'll get stunned for like 2 to 3 seconds, and you can't shoot anything. And yeah. The controls are a bit floaty, actually, with the normal controller. The non-move controller. Whatever. But yeah, they're a bit floaty, so you have to get used to it, but other than that, it's whatever. Again, it's just move minigames. No point to them. There is a reason we're playing them, after all. You have to play all of these to unlock the last thing. Bentley's RC Race. you are controlling 2 different RC shoppers, and you have to fly through these rings to get points. Flying through the mines, you get minus points. Also, fly to the ground, and you're touch anything, and this is actually a 3D background, by the way. So if you do run into anything, you die, and by God, do you die. So yeah, again, they kind of just follow your marker, and yeah. So yeah, this is a scenic route through Paris. Very scenic, very long too. So let's you can probably listen if you probably won't hear it too much because I'm talking over it and from how I'm editing stuff. But there's actually music playing, randomly picked music from the different games. It's mostly this first and the second game, I think, because they had more dynamic music than the third. Honestly. But yeah. I would suggest that you try and stay in the middle for the most of this game if you did care. And it's also, for some reason, my chopper is more in front of the other chopper. I'm not really sure why that is, or if there's any point to it, or how you get it forward. I guess it's the longer you stay in, the further you come, or something. In any case, you get to the theater and you're done. Hurrah! I won again. What a surprise! We played some of these minigames more than once, but this was the only time we went like, nope, we're not playing this again. It's long and boring. Sorry, I keep this in. That one. Last one is the Interpol target practice. It's a shooting gallery again, except this time you have to shoot round targets instead, and you have to shoot them as many times as possible. However, if you do shoot the other player's targeting ring, the ring gets stunned, and you have to do the same pull trick that you did back in Slice minigame, Slice Treasure Hunt or whatever it was. So yeah. And also the rings fly in different speeds, different directions. It's really kind of weird. I suppose all of these games would have been better with the move controller, but then I would have to use the move controller. I'm not gonna use the move controller. Oh yeah, and also, as you noticed there was a sparkling thing that happens when you shot the ring. Well, I think that is because you shot straight in the middle of it. I'm not really sure how, because you don't really have, a middle thing to probably target with, but whatever, you know what? I don't care. These minigames are not really that fun, and the only reason you're playing them is you can unlock the last thing. There's one more thing that Sly Trilogy had, and besides the credits, this is bonus thing. Now, but I guess Life 4 will be another time.